About 25 years ago, in this part of the continent, many families that were impacted by the testimony of the Franciscan Sisters of Little Falls, Minnesota, in our countries, committed ourselves formally and publicly to be their associates. Simple people with much to contribute to our local societies and churches, women and men rebuilding the church in their neighborhoods and beyond. I remember Associate Iris Prieto opening a dialogue in a community meeting in a village in the Ecuadorian coast, using her Tao cross to deepen our understanding of the Trinity, and herself guiding a group of young people with her Franciscan joy. There was no water pipe, but she took a shower under a downpour of cold water, praising God for Sister Rain. 15 years ago, I met Fanny Mora, an associate in Duran, Ecuador. Amidst thousands of parish activities, working alongside Sisters Ramona and Berta. Today, despite the absence of these religious women, Fanny leads her base community and remains active in her ministry, besides taking care of her grandchildren. Her cooking is delicious. I know there are days when she doesn't have enough for food and medicine, but her faith, constant prayer, and her community keep her alive and smiling. There are so many more associates from this city who, amidst their simplicity, experience the same fervor in their ministries and family roles. Alejandrina Proaño, associate from Quito, Ecuador, with skillful hands. It's a woman willing to help anyone with her expertise, knitting crafts, and to listen. Without being judged, she says, I reflect with my companions on how we still must improve having God before anything and being mutually supportive. Associates Osvaldo Dávila, Luis González, Indira López, and Estrella Carrera are pillars of catechesis in Pueblo, Ecuador. I have visited the neighborhood Ciudadela Nicaragua in Managua. Sometimes they receive drinking water for 1 hour in the very early morning. Here is where most associates live. Without a doubt, there are needs, but there is abundant solidarity. Among minorities and poverty, they contemplate God in the daily service to those who need it, children, pregnant teens, people educating themselves, real ecumenism. And it's important what I hear from some of the applicants from there. Leonor Gallegos and her thirst for being cheerful and creative like the patron Francis, serving children and her grandchildren, with particular attention to her plants and animals, turtles, chickens, pigeons, etc. And Fernando Navarro defines the value of poverty, a theme that is discussed in the intellectual world, says in a nutshell, I don't need much material goods, and I know that sharing I will receive more. A couple of years ago, I participated in a retreat with Sister Carmen Barzodi in Managua, Nicaragua. I fell in love with a special group of humans, the people from San Diego Condega, who live in rural community, and they radiate when explaining us how they rediscover God in tiny beings, plants, animals. It revived in me the desire of unlearn my previous theories and acquire once again the attitude to listen to the simple people, my brothers and sisters. This is the premise on which we accompany every cell of our Franciscan community. This is the gospel value that I try to develop in my daily life. Being a child who goes to Jesus. Being one of the minorities. And recognize my own daily need of oil to light my lamp. As a member of this community and with the Ministry of Accompaniment To the Latin American associates, I feel privileged because of the value of close relationships with unique beings. I'm still learning.